broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzzers! Welcome back to another episode of the original Season 2, Episode 17, Exquisite Corpse. I'm your host, Roxy Stryer. You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Stryer, sitting alongside the amazingly talented Donald Romaine.
Hi, I'm Donald Romaine. You can find me everywhere at Donald Romaine. And on Twitter at Tigers Hobbs.
The beautiful, lovely Katie Campbell.
Hello, you can find me on Twitter at Katie E.E. Campbell. That's Katie with 3 E's Campbell.
And our incredible chat mistress, Tiana Hobson.
Hello, everyone. Tiana Hobson here at the Tiana Hobson on social media and Tiana_Hobson on Snapchat.
And also by being our chat mistress on youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV, where she's talking to you all live.
Yes.
Chat mistress in the house, chat mistress in the house. And you guys can always find us AfterBuzzTV.com, at AfterBuzzTV, hashtag ABTV Originals on iTunes, on SoundCloud, wherever you are. Give us that thumbs up, give us that 5-star, and write a comment because we read everything you guys have to say, and it's what makes this show even more worthwhile for us. You guys have amazing the other doppelganger there was, and she's actually leaving, so we wanted to just give her a moment because she's been such a big part of this universe for us, and say goodbye with our moment of silence.
Oh, a literal moment of silence.
No, it was a second. It was a second of silence.
I feel like that was a good second.
Yeah, it was a good second.
A good moment.
You know, this is radio. We really got to keep the energy up, so we can't give longer than a moment, but we can give a moment.
It actually got silent, and I got scared for a second. I was like, no one's talking.
Well, you were wondering how long's Roxy going to keep this up for? Yeah, when's she going to come back? No, but you guys, a lot of you in the chat asked for that, and I think that it's really a good point. She's been a huge part of this world for 6 years, and so we're really going to miss her, but we believe in the show, and it doesn't affect originals as much as it affects Vampire Diaries, which is really good for us because this show is kicking butt right now. Like,
oh yeah,
amazing.
It's getting really good. I think that even though we had the three week break, it was almost nice because I felt like a lot of stuff happened in this episode, and the storyline progressed, and everything's now streamlined.
Yep.
There are a lot of answers, so I just feel like it's a good way to go into the last chunk of the season.
I agree. How are you guys feeling about tonight's episode and what happened?
I really enjoyed it. I am curious about Freya and her real intentions. I know last time I said I love her. I do, but, like, she's scaring me a little bit.
Careful with that. Curiosity kills the wolf. T, what are you thinking? You love this episode?
I loved this episode. I thought it was very scary movie-esque. As I was watching it alone in my bed last night, I was scared. You know, the flashbacks and being in Rebecca / whatever her name is, Ava's mind, like,
yeah.
that was creepy in a way, and, you know, little girls coming out of nowhere, and it was all just a very scary movie, but also very exciting.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of with you, especially on the fact that I'm saying what's her name a lot, because there are so many characters now. Like, obviously, we've got the person you are, and then the person's body you're in, and then the person's whose body might be in based on predictions and whatnot.
Which was just killed this week. Killed. It's dead. It's dead. It was a month of really nice speculation, but it's dead.
We don't know that.
But I have another one.
You have another thing? Are you going to share?
Another speculation.
Okay, you guys know that he's the mind blower.
Well, this is the thing. It's like it could very well not line up, and it could line up, but...
Bold predictions.
Yes, this is a bold prediction, but... You know, she's supposed to have the first of every Mikaelson line, right?
Yes.
And Freya's still...
You mean she as in Dahlia?
Yeah. But by blood... Freya is still part of the Mikaelson line, and I think last time we had the show, you said, like, we don't know where the baby went. She woke up and the baby was gone. They didn't say if the baby was dead. They didn't say anything about the baby.
Wait, what, they woke up and what baby was
Freya.
gone?
Oh, Freya. If Freya's
when
baby
she tried to kill herself.
Yeah, if Freya's baby in any way survived, and maybe that's wild or not, would that be the first of the line?
And that's why Freya's doing this, because she's trying to protect her own child?
Maybe. I don't know. Actually, you added to that, and I think that is a lot better than the theory I was thinking.
Teamwork.
It makes it a little more solidified. So as that theory died, that's a new speculation for me to hold on to. But
you got to write for the show.
You know, honestly, if you're out there, I will.
You know what, though? It could have been Dahlia. She could have been, like, inside Eva. And they
Eva.
thought they killed Eva inside her mind, but really though, Dahlia was like, okay, well you killed Eva, so now I gotta jump out and I gotta actually come out now.
I pray for my theory that that's true because you just made. Okay, it's not dead. It's not dead. It's not dead. We'll find out next week.
We really don't know. There's a lot of predictions. We can talk about more of them towards the end of the episode because that's how the format at AfterBuzz TV works. In the meantime, let's talk about what actually happened. Oh, T, what's going on? We got.
Oh no, I was just thinking in my head. Oh, we don't start with predictions and then work our way backwards.
Yeah, I mean, this is originals land. We do things quirky and weird here, so of course we do. But I do want to break down the actual episode, which is kind of a confusing one to break down because for the first time we don't really have like this team and that team versus each other. It's really confusing on which side everybody's on, especially because they're saying they're on one side and then they're killing the person whose side they're on and whatnot. But let's start by talking about the team that I'm calling Going to Josephine's House team. It's a really short name for them, right? It's catchy. I think it will catch on really well. So we've got
It's short and catchy.
Yeah, definitely. We got Haley, we've got Gia, we've got Elijah going there. And there's a little bit of a B storyline, which is that Haley and Gia are awkwardly talking about Elijah.
There's some jealousy there.
There was some jealousy there.
There was, but Elijah laid it down because he straight out said, "Well, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want
you
from
know
me?
what?
Then stop acting like that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't have both.
She
you can't
can't.
get married, have your child with my brother, deny me on your marriage, and then get jealous of my new rebound girl.
But I like that they
Boom.
did throw in some Elijah stuff because it proves
Oh, yeah, I
that it
liked
is
it, though.
real
Yes.
and it's alive.
Yes.
Oh, you think that this was them?
Oh! Whoa!
You're saying yes over here.
I said yes, and then she got to the end of her sentence, and I said no.
All right, hold on. We need to let Elijah fight for herself for a
Yes,
second.
yes.
So, answer this. This episode made you believe there is hope for Elijah.
I mean, maybe in the future, yes, it made me believe that there's hope for them. Like, I believe it's here, it still exists, and it's not some made-up weird stuff, okay? So I do think, though, that is definitely set aside with all that we have going on. And she just married Jackson, and they're cute together.
So we're
I'm not gonna deny
back-burnering it. We're putting it on the back burner.
But it is still alive.
I agree. You know, looking at it that way, it did show us a little tiny, like, sliver of hope.
T,
But I don't know.
T, come on, lay it down.
I took it as, in most relationships, just because you've moved on with your life doesn't mean you're ready to see that other person with someone else. And the whole time, Haley has been the one with someone else. She hasn't had to deal with seeing him with someone else. So it's her first time, so her initial reaction might be a little bit of jealousy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she wants him back.
Yeah, that's true. But she can't get jealous.
No, she
She's
can't.
thrown it
She's
in his
not
face
allowed.
this whole
She's
time.
not allowed to
No,
get
I don't
jealous
think-
with him.
No, I don't think it's allowed, but I do understand
Yes.
that the first time is the burn because she never had to deal with it. She was always the object of everyone's affection.
All right, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I really felt as if Gia was overstepping her boundary here by saying what she said to Haley. She goes to her, you know, he's upset and you couldn't have done that to him. This is all because of you. Maybe you need to let him live his life and go live his life. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you really the person to tell her that she needs to let him go live his life? Like, now that you're the new girlfriend? She was the one who seemed jealous to me. I don't know.
You know what? I was surprised that she said it, but I think I took it from a different perspective. Because
okay.
I was like, when she said it, I felt like, you know what? Like, out of all the people who Elijah has dealt with, their interests have always been first. But when it comes to Gia, like, she's saying, you're important, Haley, the baby's important because it's important to Elijah. And Elijah's important.
Well, not that part, but when
I know
later on,
when she said like maybe he has, and I think she was taking a little bit of a dig, but also because like, you know, her jealousy was showing and she's the new girl, but I kind of felt like I thought it was a bold move on her part, and I did enjoy it in a good way.
And that's Gia. You know, that's her character. She's the ballsy one who's going to tell everyone how it is. She's not going to hold back for anyone. So it's very much in her character to just say what Elijah won't say to Haley.
I have to say, I'm kind of obsessed with her character after she came into studio because she was such a freaking cool girl that now I'm like, yeah, Team Gia. Like,
100%. I was rooting for her the whole episode. I was like, yeah, Gia, keep talking, say more things, get more involved. Like, after she came in the studio, I was more invested in her character.
and I looked at this as her fighting a little bit for her man, and I'm like, ooh, can I see what's their team name? Elijah. Yeah, and then when they were in bed together, I was like, that's a damn good looking couple. Like,
oh, I was like, oh my god, it's happening.
I know.
I'm not mad at this at all. I'm
I
not
know.
mad at this at all.
I don't want to make Katie cry right now, but maybe their endgame. We don't know.
She's cried a lot lately.
Also, she is kind of the rebound girl, so I don't know if that's gonna work out.
Oh, that's true. You don't usually end up with your rebound. I guess that's right.
And she's admittedly said, like, you know, she knows what's going on. So we'll see. I don't know.
This crew, though, has to actually get some work done. They can't just be caught in this pseudo love triangle. They got to go talk to Joe because they're on a mission to make sure Joe and the rest of the witches don't kill Rebecca.
Maybe we should say Josephine.
Oh, sorry.
I wrote it as Joe, but that's so informal for such a classic lady.
Yeah.
She's a madame.
Miss Josephine.
Yeah.
Sorry. First of all,
Josephine.
that was definitely me getting caught in the Vampire Diaries for a second.
Yeah,
I'm talking
and I
about a
thought you were talking
large
about
Joe. I'm looking at Tiana, who's not looking at me. She's staring up at the board. I'm like, did I skip something? Did I do something wrong? It's like, no. She abbreviated just trying to save space, and I just started calling Josephine Joe. So anyway.
Well, Eva called her Josie.
Oh, that's true,
Yeah.
Josie.
And the Pussycats?
Yeah.
Josie. Okay. So anyway, we go to see Madame Josephine because we have to convince her. Yeah, very proper. And when you're proper, actually, I should do it in a British accent. Madame Josephine. And
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So we go there and we're trying to convince her, hey, listen, your people cannot kill Eva St. Clair, even though you hate her, because our girl Rebecca is inside of her. And if you kill Eva, you kill Rebecca. And we're not having that because everybody knows Rebecca is a huge part of the show, and you can't kill the lead woman on a show. Oh, wait.
Or you can. But this is the thing, though. I sided with Miss Josephine.
Me too.
I was like, I'm sorry. She's taken, 6 that we know of kids of the thing. Like, no, it's
she had
24
8.
hours.
She had 8 of them.
She had, we gave you 24 hours. We've already extended ourselves. We've already been gracious towards you.
You're a little bit of a
This
hard
is
ass
enough.
about this.
No, I am. You don't rule a kingdom by graciously
Yes.
handing out favors.
Yes, and that's what I said. She has to take this stand.
Yes.
She has to. She's a woman of power, and she's gonna say that I'm sorry about the collateral damage. Of course, I don't want her to be collateral
No, 'cause
damage.
I love
but, like,
Rebecca.
She needs to stand up for her
Yeah,
coven.
she does.
All right. T, what did you think about all of this?
I just love how Donald's ruling with an iron fist. He's like the
Yes.
Game of Thrones over
Yeah,
here.
he's
Just
like
Which is one of my
Yeah.
favorite shows. King Jeffrey.
Yeah,
We're going to have
that's
to go
what
down
you
the
said.
after show to talk about that.
I mean, I agreed with her that there are boundaries you have to keep, but I mean, I think that they could lock her into the house, but can't the same people who locked her in the house, I don't know, isolate her, like go to the house to extract Rebecca again? I feel like there was a way to lock her away and also save Rebecca if they all just worked together.
But she was so strong at this point because
Yeah.
she was channeling 8 different little kids.
Oh yeah, and Davina.
Yeah.
And at this point, they've already. Well, I guess she is one of the kids.
Yeah.
But at this
They didn't
point, they've
know
already.
that yet.
Yeah. They said that Harvard, harnessing this power, there's nobody else as powerful as her except for Freya. I don't think they had a choice.
Let's get this story right. So basically, we're going back and forth where we've got Josephine, who's telling part of the story, and Vincent, who's telling back part of the story. And what's happened is she's got 8 people. She needs 9, so she can have 1 witch from all of the covens, so that she can be the most powerful, or
Sort of start a new coven.
I think it's a new hierarchy. By channeling all of each of the children from each of the covens, I think she becomes like headmistress of the new big coven.
Just like Jackson did
like
with the wolves.
Yeah.
right?
In a way.
So it's a ritual that she has to do, which makes sense to your Dahlia is Eva thing because she just wants to be the most powerful.
You're now co-president of the theory
Thank
because
you.
you are keeping it alive. Maybe it is true. Maybe that is what's happening.
I'm feeling really hurt by that.
Oh my God, no!
I feel like I worked really hard to
No,
be co-president.
you're the campaign manager, which I think is more powerful.
I don't know.
Wait,
Have you not seen Scandal? I mean, the campaign manager is everything.
we watch way too much television.
Way too much television. Anyway, but I did want to say, in relation to the different stories, when Vincent was getting the story from Rebecca, when him and Marcel were
Yes.
talking to Rebecca, I was almost believing Eva Sinclair. I was like, I know I don't believe you, but like if I was Vincent, I would believe you.
All right, because
Wait, believe her about the fact that they weren't gonna die?
Well, no, I thought that they were gonna die.
just that she was
but,
going
like,
to do something good.
But like,
No.
she was pulling at my heartstrings of like, a unity and like
And you
for the
broke my
better of the
trust.
people and
I
like
can't.
this was for the greater cause. Like,
I'm with you.
You know, I was starting to think maybe this is for the greater cause.
But we've just seen her be crazy, and she actually told one of the little girls that they said, "Are you going to kill me?" in one of the previous episodes, and she's like, "Not yet." I was
That's
like,
true.
This woman is evil.
Well, I
Don't
guess I
believe
was
the things
thinking
she
from
says.
Vincent's point of view, like if this was my love and
Yeah.
I trusted her.
And like you said, she brought up good points because 2 years ago, Marcel was ruling the quarter. He was abusing the witches, using them for his, like, you know, tormenting them, telling them they couldn't use magic anymore. Things were really bad for them, so something did need to change, and I'm not sure that, you know, the extremists needed to come out of this way. Maybe they could have just all worked together. You're witches. We saw so many times tonight Freya as a witch just kind of like whoosh her hand and vampires just succumbing. You know, they couldn't fight back against a witch because
yeah.
a witch can just move her
If
hand.
they had worked together or channel power, then they could have overtaken Marcel.
Marcel
Yeah, I
without
agree.
killing 9 innocent little kids.
There's always one extremist though, and
Yeah.
this is her, and she's crazy.
Ted Bundy.
Why
Yes.
didn't she kill all of the kids though?
Because she didn't
She
have
needed all of them.
She didn't have them all yet.
Yeah,
do
but
the
no,
ritual.
but he says when Vincent's talking, he goes, "They're still alive." He was under the assumption that all of these kids were already dead.
Because no one saw or
Well, they
could
didn't know
find
went
them.
missing.
Right, but if he thought they were dead and he knew what the plan is, then maybe the kids you could kill them individually once you got.
But I don't
each
think
one.
he knew the plan until she told him. Like they just knew that the children were going missing, and then
okay.
he did the locator spell and then saw her, but never the children because they were already closed.
All right, here's my other
think.
question. Here's my other question because I like that we had a definitive number on this, and maybe you guys, as super fans, know better than I did. But have we ever been told that there were 9 covens? And,
Nope.
All right, that was cool. That was a cool
Yeah.
piece of information. And now I'm trying to piece together, like, all right, so based on watching Vampire Diaries and originals, how many of the covens do we know about?
Have we been introduced?
Yeah.
We need a chart. This
That's
is where
you guys.
This is where we need a chart.
You guys rock at
Oh my
this.
gosh! Yeah, do that, please.
Are there 9 covens total or 9 like within this area?
I don't know if it's total.
Because
I
she-
don't know if it's the most powerful 9.
Because she was just taking kids locally,
Yeah.
and we know that they're from Vampire Diaries. For people who watch that, we know that there's the Gemini Coven is like in Seattle somewhere. So she wasn't going over there to get people, and she wasn't going
That's
to
true.
the Bennett Coven to get anyone. She was staying locally. So I think
Does
it's
9 covens sound like a
think-
lot
but-
of covens?
I don't know.
I mean, if
Can
it's family names.
there be those covens, like the 9 covens, and they be scattered throughout? Because now we have some of the Gemini coven over in
Mystic Falls.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Like there's covens living in the city, but
Yeah.
not the entire covens
Right.
living
How
there. There's just a
large?
few members.
Yeah, how large is a
Oh, yeah,
coven?
yeah,
Where?
yeah.
I don't know, but I did like being told that there are 9, that we had 8 of them, we needed 1 more, and I was like, oh, okay, we're getting numbers, we're getting
Yes.
answers. Like, I can piece this puzzle together, I can do math, I know that 9 minus 8 is 1, and that we're just looking for hope. I know that sounds ridiculous, but sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what we're looking for anymore, so getting the specific numbers on this I thought was kind of helpful.
Oh, and it was, and also I thought that it was interesting that the 9th person that she chose was Josephine, to represent her coven.
But that confused me a bit.
Because they
because she
said
said
they
the-
chose. Go, no, you. I don't
Well,
interrupt.
yeah, because she said that hope was a choice of
Opportunity,
convenience, of
yeah.
opportunity, but this is this is a
Like this is a choice. Like
this
I
is a
need
choice,
someone.
like-
I'm choosing you.
which made me
I
think she
need
was
you.
powerful, but she didn't fight back. So
Well, because Eva's already channeling 8 children.
Yeah, she's very
She's
super
already
powerful.
useless.
But does that mean
Still
Hope
fight
is
to
like
get out of there.
underneath the same coven as Josephine?
That's what I was
But Hope's
confused
not
about.
in a coven.
I guess
She has to be some
I
kind
think
of like a.
I think she was just gonna channel because we don't know what Hope is yet.
also isn't Josephine's power not pure enough? Like, isn't the point of having kids that you had pure power and Josephine's
Oh, yeah.
older and her power is tainted?
It made me feel like at this point
T, what
because she
you
only
got?
needed. What? Yeah.
Sorry.
there's just some people
Oh,
in the
no.
chat roll who are commenting saying that there's 9 just in the Louisiana area, New Orleans area, not 9 like total, but
Total.
she was just taking from 9 different covens because they couldn't all be from the same one.
this has to be
to
a,
link together.
this has to be a
Oh.
whoever smelt it dealt it kind of thing, and the people in there must be part of the coven because how they know that?
Well,
well,
I mean,
I guess you just need 9 for the ritual, not necessarily there's 9 covens
Well, what did she
ever.
call it? The rule of 9s?
Yeah, the rule of 9.
Yeah.
That's what the ritual's called.
That's what the ritual is called. Yeah. So we don't know if there's only 9 covens or if it just takes 9 covens
Yeah.
or maybe
Alright.
it's in the bylines of the history of these covens. I don't know. They didn't give us
Yeah.
enough
Well,
information.
we knew she needed 9. We knew
Yes.
she had 8. She was trying to fill the 9th with Hope, and she got to Hope way too easily.
Which is what we talked about in the last episode. Sorry I'm getting so passionate, but
No,
it was
but
ridiculous.
yeah.
We said, how can they just leave her in there?
How are you gonna
like
leave
they
her?
don't know. Like they know, and like no protection.
And Haley and Klaus are like, hey, Rebecca, what are you doing?
Just
It's
in the
obviously
middle
not
of the night.
her.
Oh my god.
But I really
ridiculous.
just don't think that she would even be able to be taken. Like, if it really came down to Ava
Oh,
reaching
yeah.
into the crib, Hope would have been like,
Oh,
Oh
they
yeah,
don't
I
know
think
that,
Hope
though.
would have done that too.
Yeah.
I agree because I was waiting for Hope to do something like,
Yeah.
oh my god, protect yourself, and then they came and I was like, okay, well they're not gonna. No one knows how powerful Hope is.
Well,
yet.
I think she kind of did protect herself. Like, I think that.
Or like maybe she stirred
kind of a shield
Yeah.
of-
her connection with
Or, yeah, maybe she got Haley to get up and Klaus to get up,
That's true.
or maybe she opened the window to push her out. Like, who knows? Maybe she really
Yeah.
did save herself.
Haley is so protective over Hope too. She doesn't care. Like, if it comes down to it, she has to kill Rebecca.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, and
absolutely.
you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but like, man, you guys put her in there. You made this mess. Like, I'm sorry, but like,
It wasn't
that's what
bad.
it
She
is.
should have been asleep with the chains on. You know,
Yeah.
just in case she came
But
out in the middle
how
of the
easily
sleep.
did Freya break those chains?
Yeah, that was.
But Freya's a lot more powerful than Eva.
I think something's going on with Freya.
Let's talk about
Oh,
her right
yeah.
now. All right, I'm going to lay this out. Number one, I do not trust her.
I have a number one of my own, and it's I love her.
I can't even.
You guys are just hilarious tonight.
I understand what you mean and what you're saying, and by not trusting her, I don't even. That's not the opposite of loving her.
Okay, no, I
It's not the
totally
opposite.
agree. I totally
Her
agree.
character is really interesting, but I don't. I'm a huge Klaus advocate, and anybody who's like, I'm gonna take you down, Klaus. I'm gonna make every single one of your siblings turn against you, and I'm gonna tell your mom that, and then I'm gonna kill our mom. Girl, you've got an ulterior motive, and I don't know what it is.
And for me to trust mom over you, that's saying a lot.
Right.
So we got. So I just want to make sure we're drawing the battle lines here. You're with Klaus, and you're with Klaus, right? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
How do you
always with
feel?
Klaus.
Yeah, always.
Okay, so I love Freya, but now I'm starting to think this whole thing about her ripping off the shackles, like she could do it so easily. And then also when I was watching it the second time, when Klaus was telling Esther about my child, and she was like, oh my God, you have a child, whatever, she's still alive. Klaus said that we need you to help us because Freya is not powerful enough to get Rebecca out of the mind, whatever. It went back to Freya and showed her face, like, do this little cunning smile. And I was like, oh, she could do it.
Like,
She's
sorry.
trying
She-
to get into their
Are you
head.
Team Klaus?
She wanted to be.
Does that make you Team Klaus?
I don't know. I'm team.
You have to pick a side, clearly.
One of those
You don't
two?
have to pick it today.
No, you have to get today. You have to get.
But
But I
eventually-
would like to let you guys know I've already enlisted as first lieutenant in Freya's army. I know I'm on the other side of this battle lines, but I just like Freya. Like
We're at war. We're at
this
war.
is the thing. Like I just will never forget how evil Klaus is, and
Yeah.
Freya is right in her mind. In her mind, she said she saw Klaus's mind. Klaus is not capable of trust.
No, she said of trusting her.
Right.
Klaus
Oh.
trusts his sister Rebecca
Yeah.
because he loves her and he knows her.
And that was a great moment.
But Freya has not been honest since she got there about her true intentions, and it came out tonight, especially being around her mom, when she could definitely have gotten out of the shackles at any moment. She was playing victim, playing stupid to get Klaus to
Let
give
her
her
out.
more information, and she let it go to a point of like, okay, now he has to let me into his mind. Like, I don't trust anything she's saying now.
I love Freya though, and I think it's not her fault that she's like this because of the circumstance that she grew up in. Like she
She just picked a side.
She
Yeah.
has to pick watch out for herself.
All right, here's the deal. This is what she claims. This is why she's sneaky. When she talks to Klaus, she says, "Don't worry. All I saw was you crying alone by yourself, and a series of bad romance situations." But then we know she saw something else. We know she saw more. She's lying about what she saw. She's lying about her intentions. She's lying about what she's willing to do, and she's lying about how she's going to do it. I think this girl is bad
It sounds like the
news.
other side of the exact same coin that Klaus lives on.
Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Cole was for himself, and you were very team Cole, and he was looking out for himself. to
No,
protect
look what he did at
himself.
the end. Look what Cole did at the end.
But he was very for himself. For
Cole
the
is a
longest time.
martyr. He is a hero.
But he was very for himself for a majority of the time that we saw him.
Guys.
So Freya is for herself because she has to protect herself.
No, I'm sorry. The biggest thing here is that Esther doesn't trust her child. Which
Yeah.
is not saying much right now, but
Esther doesn't
coming
even know her
but
child.
exactly, for
Yeah.
Esther to be so like, oh my gosh, my child is alive, and then immediately
Under
be like,
compulsion.
wait a second,
Under compulsion.
You're like, wait a second, Klaus, I'm gonna be honest with you because that's what you've compelled me to do. Do not trust her because, like Dahlia, there's always something else to the bargain.
But this is
light
what I
is
thought.
out.
But this is what I thought because when she came back and she was like, "Mom, you were wrong." I thought she was gonna say, "You're a vampire now. Like you, even if you could see the light in me, you wouldn't be able to because you're no longer a witch. You're not who you are. You're not the same person who saw me when I was a child."
She didn't
and
do that,
also,
though.
who cares? You gave me up. If you don't see the light in me because you don't know who I am.
She gave her up before she had her. It's not like
no. Oh,
I-
but sorry. I don't think Esther should have been killed, and I really think Freya made a mistake on that part. And I think that Esther just tried to do her best.
Backtracking.
She did her best. Esther did her
Yeah,
best.
but sometimes she just annoys me with all of her apologies. I'm like, okay, I can't hear your apology anymore. Like, you messed up.
yeah.
She does do. Wait,
You talking about Esther?
Yeah.
Yeah, when Esther trying to apologize to Klaus too, and he's like,
Not having it.
"Mom's a comedian," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, seriously, like,
Oh my god!
joke, Mom."
I wanted to. If I was Klaus, I was like, "Oh, Mom, yeah."
You after 1,000
No.
years.
I know, but I understood what you said. It's just like I'm really easy on forgiveness sometimes.
I don't know. I don't know about that. We do see that Klaus is capable of good things, and like tonight he does have that conversation with Rebecca, and she asks her to be a family for a little bit, and he is really sweet, and that was a good moment for Klaus. No?
I know.
Okay,
It
Team
was.
Klaus over there.
No,
Come on.
No, I was waiting. I thought you were gonna keep talking.
Oh, I talk a lot, but I was done at that
Okay,
point.
no, I totally agree. I think that Klaus definitely showed his good points, and Freya, just to me, I still need to know more about her time with Dahlia to see if she is actually completely torn. We did see her get really mad at Dahlia about the whole baby thing, which we've seen Rebecca get really mad at Klaus about not letting her love, but then going back and still following Klaus and being loyal to him. So just because someone has wronged you in such a huge way doesn't mean that they're completely out of your life.
Especially if they're family.
Yeah, especially when you sleep for 100 years at a time.
Yeah, it's
like you
true.
can get over it.
Yeah, but when you're sleeping, are you thinking, like, do they get to sleep for 100 years and still have dreams and thoughts, or are you
That's
sleeping like you're
mentally
out?
punishing.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's awful.
I know.
But
I don't know. Like, are you thinking, oh, well, in 99 years, I'm going to get up. Okay, in 97 years, oh, now I'm mad. No, I'm in a couple more years, I'll be happy again. Or, like, are you out?
I feel like, in the fact, if she was mentally active within the 100-year slumber, then yes, I think it's possible that she could be aligning with Dahlia, but her heart is so deep, and, like, for her mother and for everything, and Dahlia is the one who did this, but for some reason, I just feel it right here. I trust her.
I will say this
I trust her.
to end this Team Klaus, Team Esther thing, or no, Team
Freya.
Freya thing. I just hope that you guys end up proving us wrong.
Oh, you know what? No, I hope that we prove each other wrong and that they make up and they actually learn to trust
to
each
trust
other
each
and there's an
other, yeah.
alliance.
I completely agree with that.
Because Dahlia's
Yeah.
coming.
I would love to see Freya be on our sibling team, because now the fact that we don't have Finn anymore means that we are all together. We're all on one page. And if Freya comes into that page, and Cole he left on that page. By the way, speaking of Cole, though, I did want to mention this. We're keeping Cole alive. We're keeping his memory alive. We keep talking about how we are going to save Cole, which is one of the reasons Rebecca doesn't go back to her body. Another reason being that Claire Holt isn't on the show right now, so they got to keep her in this body. But it was between the fact that she didn't want to kill the kids because they were still linked with the body, and the fact that she needs to be a witch so she can save her brother. Do we think that's going to happen anytime soon, or are they just teasing us?
I think at the season finale, there will be a family reunion. All the siblings will be present.
Okay.
Yeah, if that
Roll
or
call.
season 3. I just don't think it's gonna happen
Season
anytime.
3? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Tia, you thinking we're going to get Cole?
All right, get right, though. I'm not mad at it.
I think that they're gonna let us sit and wonder a little bit longer, but I agree. Maybe season 3,
100 years long?
Well, not 100 years because I won't be alive. I mean, I am eternal, but
Wait, you're a witch.
I'm a witch. I don't live forever.
Yeah, I'm the vampire, so
Yeah.
I got you guys all beat.
I would be a hybrid. So.
Oh my god, what just happened? Why did you all of a sudden get to be the best one? Oh,
Well, I thought we were just calling it out, right? And
You're the president of the club. You're the first in command. You're the hybrid. Yeah, no, I
you
agree.
gotta take it. You gotta take it.
Take charge. I do agree with that. But I did think it was good that Rebecca decided to stay in this body, especially because she's still linked to these kids. That obviously they threw that in there for a reason. Where are we going with that storyline? What's going on that she has to stay here because she's linked?
Oh, I thought they were just cementing to us as an audience don't expect Claire Holt to come back because, you know, Eva dies, or the body of Eva dies, Davina dies. Davina's not going anywhere.
What if any
It
of
is
these
what it
kids
is.
die, though?
It's
What if one of them
just-
dies?
That's
Does
what I
she
was
die?
wondering.
Is it linked the other way around?
Oh, I don't know.
Or like the kid dies and then another kid dies. Is it like everybody's linked or it's just linked to her?
I think they're just linked to her.
Okay.
Magically, in some way. But there has to be consequences of being
Right.
linked, right? I mean, besides the death.
Yeah, I would definitely think so.
Well, I mean, maybe Rebecca can use the linkage that's still there to help her with Cole, with
Yes.
getting Cole back.
Like, is she, but like,
Yeah.
and I do have, because she is still linked, is she still the most powerful witch? Is she still a little more powerful? Like, does that not go away? Does that not go away?
That would be
Yeah.
cool. I also wanted to get your guys' opinion on Vincent in tonight's episode. Were you guys thinking that he... Rock on, dude. Were you guys thinking that he was on our team the whole time, or were you
Yes.
tricked by him?
Oh,
I was tricked.
I was tricked. I was with him. I have heartstrings. I'm my best with you, and we're evil. Let's do it for the greater cause. Let's
Oh,
go.
I was tricked, but I was mad at him. I was like, really? You just said that you were over everything supernatural.
Oh, I was Bonnie and Clyding
which
it.
is
I was
why I didn't believe him.
You're good.
You
I
knew he was on our team?
Yeah, I knew he was on our team.
Smart.
Really?
Yeah, because he said he was done with all the witches and the vampires, and he's drinking alone. And then I know that it is his first love, but we also knew that he was the one who stopped her before because he didn't like what she was doing.
That was the exact reason why I thought he wasn't on our side, because I thought if the vampires aren't with me,
Right.
if the witches aren't with me, if this
think
town
there's
isn't what
become a
I
me.
know,
Yeah.
if I wasn't like here for the last 7-8 months, like this is my home, this is my family, this is the only person I know, this is together we'll build a new order. Maybe I just want power.
Right.
I don't know.
You know,
That's why I thought he was like, I thought he had turned, but I really enjoyed that he didn't.
I have to know
Yeah.
which ones of you guys at home were as smart as Tiana in here, because I was completely blindsided.
Yeah.
Like, there was no part of me that was thinking, oh, he's still on our team, and that's why he took Josephine, and that's why he hurt everybody else and whacked Marcel or whatever. I was like, damn it.
I was mad.
He's
Yeah.
back to almost being Finn again.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to this actor, because guy's got chops. Like,
Yeah.
It's good.
It's funny, I didn't like him at all. Not I didn't like him as Finn, but like I felt indifferent towards him.
Right.
Now that he's Vincent, I'm a huge fan.
amazing.
I loved
Huge
him
fan.
as Finn.
He's scary.
And then I love
I guess because he was so creepy.
Yeah, and I
was
love the
so good at
transition
that.
Yeah.
and the juxtaposition of the two characters and
Oh,
how he's
yeah.
playing them both so differently, from the way he walks, from the way he talks, the way he just interacts with people. It's all so
Yeah.
different that you wouldn't even realize, you know, that he's the same person.
Yeah, well,
Right.
I think kudos to him for being such a great actor, because his energy as Finn just threw me off, because I thought he was creepy, but whole nother energy.
But that's
whole
why he
nother
was so good at
that's,
it.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
think he makes him so good.
Guys, a couple characters that I want to mention just because we haven't talked about them in quite some time. Josh, Davina, Aiden,
Can we?
Jackson.
Can we all be mad
The
at Marcel
psychiatrist.
for not knowing that Davina was gone? Was missing?
for a few days. How do you not
days,
know?
for days.
How do you not know?
And for Eva calling him out on it, like, oh yeah, some father figure
Yeah.
you are.
Or
You didn't
for-
even realize that she was missing.
And Josh is her best friend. Where was Josh coming and saying, "Hey, you guys, Davina's gone"?
and Aiden's the boyfriend.
Yeah.
About Aiden, though, he was cast in the same thing with Michael Trevino.
Yeah. But that
So
doesn't
is
help with
he-
my character development.
Guys, these are
I-
just pilots. They're not
Okay.
picked up yet. So
Well,
until
I-
pilots get picked up,
But
I don't care about them.
I'm really intrigued in that synopsis, though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just think that like we are missing. These are not just like random C characters. These are some of our big key players, and they've been gone for a little bit.
I was gonna say the same thing. It's just really interesting that they've really made all these characters so pivotal and important to the storyline, and then they just leave them out for episodes at a time.
And Donald, you said, "Where's Michael?"
Yeah,
Where is
where's
he?
Michael?
Yeah.
He was sent away like 5 episodes ago. That's something really serious he's going to search for.
and also, is Esther?
Unless he's been there.
Which is
now-
why I
Or
don't
unless he's
trust
bringing
Freya.
Dahlia.
I think. Oh, maybe. But listen, I will save that for predictions, though, because I.
You're right. I just get into the predictions all the
Alright,
time.
let's talk about the parents for a second, though. So we do see that Esther, I don't even know if I can say die or turns into a bunch of dead birds.
But some flew away.
Yeah, is Esther
just
still alive?
feel-
Is her
okay.
spirit there? Is she a vampire bird?
This gets into my predictions. Can I just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it?
you go, girl.
I feel like she might have been sent into the necklace.
She's the necklace. So many times Freya's rubbing that necklace. I'm
Is
like,
Michael in the
Yeah.
necklace too?
I don't know. I feel like that necklace changed colors tonight too.
But because
Well, no, it was
Freya
a
was
moon
holding
necklace.
it, she was holding it after the after she did that too.
Didn't Tremaine?
She was holding
Josephine
they
gave
gave
her
her-
a different necklace.
Josephine gave her that green necklace. But what, did she just
We're talking about
transfer
the blue
things?
one, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
These necklaces are getting a little confusing. They all mean something. They mean something. We're not looking past this. And also what meant something was that moment and Josephine being like, your friends are friends, your enemies are enemies. Huh? Like,
Oh, well, when you saw it, like, I just thought, she must know that at this moment she's getting everything that Klaus would have wished for.
Right.
And Klaus is in the background staring at it, and she's smirking a little bit, and she's been in his mind. She has to know how much this would hurt him.
that smile on her
Yeah,
face.
but also, Klaus go against Freya, you're going against all the witches now. All the witches.
Yeah.
But Freya did say her last thing to her mother was that she was gonna get all the siblings to turn against Klaus.
Yeah.
Right.
So that scares me too, because that's exactly what
And she
Esther
knows how to
tried
do
to
it.
do, but Esther failed at it.
Right.
So
She did.
what does Freya know that Esther didn't know?
Everything, because he
Well,
was
yeah, 'cause
inside
she
her
was inside
mind.
his
Yeah, but she was there for a few minutes. How could she know thousands of years? I mean, maybe that's the way it works.
Well, she's so powerful.
My other question is, she was going through a lot when she was channeling him. You know, she's like freaking out. She's holding hands and chanting
so
and like,
impressive.
and you know, like having spasms. And it seemed like it was a really intense moment. Do you really get to soak in the minds of everyone you're holding hands with too while you're doing all, like, that's multitasking at its finest.
It
She's got-
might not have been that intense. It might have been an act just to get Klaus in.
Yeah, because we can't trust her, huh?
Because she's wise.
Any thoughts about what she picked up about Klaus's past? Does anybody have a specific moment that they were thinking? Because I was sitting there thinking, what is it that she's actually seeing or that he's so afraid that she will see? What has he done? Did he do something so bad that we haven't learned about yet?
See, I didn't think of a specific moment like that. I just thought the fact that he wanted all this power and he's really like alone in a corner, that's how he feels inside. Although he has this big stage of I'm powerful, everything, he really feels like just alone inside.
See, I'm thinking we're going to get flashbacks. I'm thinking he did something really bad, that he burned somebody really bad, maybe even burned Freya. Maybe he even had an idea of like where she was or something that happened. I don't know. Maybe he knew more than he was letting on.
I definitely think there's something that she saw that we don't know that she saw.
Yeah.
100%. But I also think that, man, if she did go back and see thousands of years in his entire life and can understand him and see everything,
Then she should love him.
Well, no, then doesn't it speak to how bad he must be that she
No, it speaks
doesn't
to how
think
bad
that she
she
can change
is.
him? How affected he
No,
is?
all she said was that he will never trust her from what she realized in seeing his past. He's never going to trust me. That's a difference between he's never going to be on my side.
He doesn't
All right.
trust any of his family. He'll dagger any of them in a
He
second.
trusts them. He just doesn't like it when they piss him off.
Speaking about his
Don't you
family,
wish you
though,
could dagger your brother every now and then when
Oh
he's
my god,
on
I
your
would have
nerves?
daggered him this weekend. Yes, I
Yes,
would have.
exactly.
But this
It's a family
It is
thing.
a family thing.
Family
well, it's a
problems.
family problem now
No.
for Klaus to have Freya be so powerful, which I support.
Speaking of his family, though, I really thought that was a sweet moment between him and Rebecca.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought that was so
It was
sweet.
very sweet.
And she says, please do this for me. And he's like, okay. And I'm actually really liking his chemistry with this actress. I know she's not Claire Holt, but she's doing a really good job. And she did a really good job as Eva, too, and was like creepy and looked in different directions
That
and had that
walk.
jawline and the walk. Yeah.
I think she may be the only actress, and I say this because she's the only one that I've seen, but I'm 100% on board.
Yeah.
I think they made a great casting choice. She's got great acting ability. She's really going for it. I loved her in the flash inside of her own brain and everything. Like I thought it was a really sweet moment between her and Klaus, and
I did too.
it just speaks to Rebecca's humanity to not want to kill all the children to put herself back in her other body because Klaus was like, let's just kill 9 witches.
Yeah, that was a little aggressive.
Including
of Klaus.
Davina.
Yeah, including Davina. But I also like that Rebecca has ties to Davina and that we see
Yeah.
she really likes her. And I think that will mean something because I want more people to be tied to Davina because I want her on the show more because I love her character.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, she's amazing. All right, I think that pretty much covers the episode. I want to get into some predictions. And
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
I want to hear you guys' predictions in the chat right now through Tiana. She will channel your energy and can speak them if you guys give predictions in all different accents. What Donald's realizing right now is that Katie takes extensive notes.
I'm sorry, can
and
I
if you
show- can I
actually,
show them?
yeah,
Yeah.
if you actually looked back, this
It's a
whole
whole page.
notepad. No, not a whole page.
all
Look,
of
all this, the
notebooks.
whole
Well,
notepad.
this whole page says predictions.
Oh, no.
No? Oh.
Oh, she's got, girl's got it going on now.
But this is a thick notepad. Anyways, she's prepared.
I
Sorry,
love- I
it's
love
great. She's
note-taking.
prepared.
Yeah, that's because she takes her job seriously.
And that's like the whole season.
Yeah,
notes
that's,
on
those
there.
are great.
All right, let's talk about some of these predictions, though, guys. So we did mention some of these characters that we aren't seeing as much, and we talked about Michael being one of them briefly. Do we think now that Esther is kind of gone, Michael has room to pop back in the picture, and in what capacity would that be?
I just think they're in the necklace.
You think Michael's in the necklace
I
too?
do. I think she's
He is
keeping
fighting with
everybody-
Esther in there, and Finn.
And yeah.
Dang.
Well, I don't know if
they
they're, like,
could all be
they
in the
could be talking
necklace.
to each other, but I feel like they're in the necklace. Like she's doing something.
This isn't like Genie in the bottle, and they're all like tight and squeezed in there.
I know. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think
I
it's,
loved it. I wanted you to keep going, honestly.
I think it's. I wouldn't put it beyond Freya. No, I don't even know why I would say it like that. I think Freya is smarter than just to kill Esther, because how can she use her? And like, if she's really that smart, I think Esther's somewhere, whether she's a bird flying and there's all the other dead birds to make a statement, or she's in the necklace. I think she's still around. I don't know what's gonna happen with Michael. Man, I'd like to see Finn come back. I just think there's. I don't know.
You want
what's
to see
gonna
Finn or
happen.
you want to see Cole?
No, Cole.
Cole. Okay.
Cole. I didn't mean to say Finn. I meant to say Cole.
we
I know,
want-
but no, I meant Finn because Finn's in the necklace too.
You want to see them all come back?
Yeah, I want to see them all come back. But I just think that I have no idea what's gonna happen. It just they streamlined it so much that I don't see it anymore.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, predictions from you?
I just think they're in the necklace. I just am sticking by it.
It all goes back to the necklace.
Standing there. All right, T, what you got for us, girl?
Oh my gosh, everyone's predictions are coming in so fast right now. I'm having a hard time.
I love it.
Copying and pasting them so I can see them. But Bex G said, I predict Freya will succeed in isolating Klaus from his siblings. Gloria
I hope
Hernan
not.
said, I predict that Klaus comes out on top as usual.
I hope so.
I like that one.
You
I
go,
was with you,
Gloria.
Bex G.
And Ale FE96 said Dahlia could kill Michael while he tries to protect Freya.
So here's the other thing. Yeah, this
I
is
like
the
that one.
prediction
I
of
feel
all
like that could
predictions is
happen.
not even a prediction. It's a fact. We know from previews, Dahlia is there next week. The wait is over. We are seeing Dahlia.
I'm excited.
Now we can't hide anymore. Are her and Freya actually BFF and they've been on the same team this whole time? Like,
Absolutely not.
oh, we
You
don't
can't
know.
group Freya in the same sentence as Dahlia.
You don't know that.
You can, because they were
together, yeah.
Because we have to. That's what we do it afterwards.
I will say this. As much as I do not trust Freya, I don't think that she's necessarily working with Dahlia. I just don't think she's being forthcoming with her actual motives in taking her out, and that there is something in it more so for her than what she's letting on.
I got you. And the other thing that I completely forgot to mention, guys, was the fact that you go, Lil Rebecca. Lil Rebecca, you go stab her.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
actually, like that would mess that girl up for life. But all right,
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
That's what it takes.
I was a little sad. When they were like going in and they heard Rebecca scream, and Marcel was like, "Rebecca!" and I was like, "Oh, she's coming!" And then I was a little girl, and I was like, "I can't have anything."
I thought we were gonna see her too.
I thought we were gonna see Claire Hall.
yeah, me too. But we couldn't see this version of Rebecca, so that's the best they could do, I guess.
One more prediction from the chat roll. Nicholas Kelly said Michelson family reunion. I want to see Michael and Henrik.
Ooh,
We haven't heard that name in so long that
So
that could be
Henrik. Yeah,
I actually forgot.
one of the kids.
yeah, I forgot.
The kid that died.
Yeah. So maybe he's not actually dead either. We don't know.
Oh my God, that would
we
be
know,
crazy.
but we don't
He's
know.
not dead actually. Her baby's not dead actually.
Nobody
Esther,
ever dies.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna
All right.
die.
We need Oprah on this
I have
show.
one extreme bold prediction.
Everybody.
One. No, and I
Yeah.
think that the final shot of this season will be all of the Michelson clan at a family dinner, like inside the house.
And where's our invite? I actually need to
I
make
would love to
plans
go.
now to come,
Yes,
so please
yes.
send it in the mail, and we will be there eating hors d'oeuvres with the Michelsons.
Yes, lots of candles.
I love that.
That'd be fun.
Thank you guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, guys, amazing predictions. And in case people want to talk to you throughout the week, which you all should because they have amazing things to say about the originals and other stuff, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Donald Romaine, on Twitter as Tigris Hobbs, and I will download Periscope. Is that it?
Yeah.
Periscope.
You can find me on Twitter at Katie E.E. Campbell. That's Katie with 3 E's Campbell. Instagram at Katie Campbell 13. You can find me on Katie Campbell Online and YouTube.com/Katie Campbell Online. I started a new vlog.
Woo! What are you vlogging about?
Do-it-yourself organization.
Cool.
I love organization.
Yeah, it's, me too. I'm obsessed
serious.
with it.
My whole bed underneath Ziploc
sorry.
bags, everything. I
That
love
was
it.
hilarious.
You just
Sorry.
found your first guest.
I would love
guest host
It's
right
like
there.
flags with Sheldon.
Anyway, T.
I'm Tiana Hobson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Tiana Hobson, on Snapchat at Tiana_Hobson, and I will also be downloading Periscope as soon as this is over. So we'll see what that's all about.
And I am Roxy Stryer, and you guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Stryer. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and of course Periscope, which I'm completely obsessed with. And if you guys want to watch me do absolutely nothing, I know that's not a great selling point, but it actually is pretty fun. Then make sure you download Periscope, and make sure you listen to us at AfterBuzz TV, AfterBuzzTV.com, YouTube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Use the hashtag ABTV Originals on iTunes and on SoundCloud. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, 5-star. We love hearing what you guys have to say. Until next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.